Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So in this video we're going to talk about Bitcoin, and is this truly the next crypto bull market, right? Is this the next beginning of the next crypto bull market? That is exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. So guys, before we get into this video, give this video a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already, because I know for a fact that a lot of you guys that are in fact watching this video right now, even my most previous videos, you guys are not yet subscribed. Please consider subscribing if you guys are in fact in the crypto space and you guys are crypto investors just like myself. Okay, and let's make this money together. All right, and let's of course build wealth together, and of course become the first millionaires, okay, in our family. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, so anyways, Bitcoin right now is currently at $30,000. Okay, it's currently at $30.1 thousand, and just a few hours ago we actually saw the CPI data came out. Okay, and it was pretty positive, right? And of course Bitcoin did sort of react. Okay, we saw Bitcoin actually pump to about $30.6 thousand, almost reaching 31K, but didn't quite hit that mark. And of course we saw stocks pump, and of course gold and whatnot pumping as well, but everything is still holding up really well. You know what I mean? Bitcoin is still above $30,000. Ethereum is currently at $1,900. Just yesterday it was actually just below $1,900. Now it's back above $1,900, so that's great to see for Ethereum. Okay, and I'm gonna talk about Ethereum in a separate video because some news did in fact happen for Ethereum, so I'm most likely going to be talking about that later on today. So everything is actually holding up really well, okay, in the cryptocurrency market. Okay, not much movements still, just like yesterday we didn't see much movements. Same with today. Okay, not much movements today. You guys can clearly see that a fair few altcoins for the past 24 hours have not really been moving, but everything is still holding up really well, right? Like really well. So everything, in my opinion, is just pretty much having a breather, because for the past few days it has in fact been pumping, especially 2 days ago when we saw Bitcoin pump all the way up to 30K. Okay, and it's still at $30,000, right? So that's still great to see. Okay, so pretty much Bitcoin is in fact consolidating right now. Okay, and obviously this is obviously not the first time that we have seen Bitcoin consolidate for a fair bit, right? Because this is completely normal. That's what you guys have to understand here, right? But I really do believe, okay, that the next resistance for Bitcoin is around $36,000. It could be, right? It could be, okay. So this chart shows you guys that the next resistance for Bitcoin could be at $36,000. We know Bitcoin's last resistance was obviously around $28,000. You guys can clearly see that Bitcoin was literally consolidating for quite some time, right? You guys can clearly see that, right? For a couple weeks Bitcoin was pretty much stuck at 28K. Okay, Bitcoin was not really moving, but just recently obviously Bitcoin just broke out right there. Okay, it just broke out, and now we are at $30,000. It pumped to 29K, and then it went to 30K. So that was our resistance. We broke out of it at 28K, and now the next resistance could be at $36,000, guys. Okay, and Bitcoin is in fact in the right path right now, okay, to reaching that. Okay, to go back up to 32K, 34K, 35, and of course potentially $36,000, and that could be our next resistance. Okay, it could be, right? But right now Bitcoin is in fact consolidating around $30,000, so it's still doing really well. So in the next upcoming weeks, okay, this chart shows you guys that this could potentially happen for Bitcoin, okay, in the next upcoming weeks, and of course a few months, right? So around mid this year in 2023, this is potentially what we could see for Bitcoin. And I've told you guys this a fair bit of times, that this year alone in 2023, I do in fact see Bitcoin reaching at least above $50,000. Okay, and this chart is showing you guys and indicating that Bitcoin's going to go way above 50K, okay, by pretty much June, right? Or just late May. So I don't know if that's even possible, but right now, Bitcoin is looking strong, okay, and I don't think, okay, because Bitcoin has in fact been pumping, and I don't think, this pump that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin ever since the beginning of this year in 2023, right, in January. Okay, we all know what happened in January. Bitcoin was absolutely pumping, okay, out of nowhere, and Bitcoin was literally stuck at 16K, and out of nowhere, it just absolutely pumped to the upside. And you guys can clearly see that it is in fact forming a new pattern, right? Bitcoin is obviously breaking out from this falling wedge from its previous all-time highs, okay, to its bottom, which is 16K, okay, and at one point I went below 16K. You guys can clearly see that it is in fact forming a new pattern right now. Okay, so potentially this, okay, Bitcoin at $16,000, that was potentially Bitcoin's bottom, okay, during this bear market. So, this rally, okay, this pump that we are in fact seeing for Bitcoin, it could potentially continue, right? We could potentially see Bitcoin go back up to 35K and of course $36,000. And like I said, this right here at $36,000 could be Bitcoin's next resistance, right? So, in the next upcoming weeks and of course a few months, this is what Bitcoin might potentially do, most likely, right? And I 100% agree. You know what I mean? Like, this chart really just shows you guys where Bitcoin could potentially be heading in the next few weeks and of course in the next few months, guys. So it's looking pretty good, and this, like I said, could be the beginning of the next crypto bull market, because you guys haven't seen, we already hit bottom, right, which was 16K, and now Bitcoin's absolutely pumping, right? We are clearly seeing a new pattern form right here. You guys can clearly see that, right? So, this could be the beginning, okay, most likely this is the beginning of the next crypto bull market. So be excited for that. But you guys have to understand, the official, once we are actually in, the bull market, we will know, okay, and that's going to be obviously next year in 2024. The reason why I say that is because of the Bitcoin halving event, okay. Every time we have the halving event, Bitcoin tends to always reach a new all-time high, and obviously everything's going to pump. Bitcoin's going to pump, obviously, and of course altcoins, the entire crypto market's going to pump like crazy, okay. This always happens, okay. History does in fact repeat itself, okay. And it's obviously entering a new cycle. So we will obviously see Bitcoin pump and a lot of altcoins in the market, and that's when we will know that is when, we're going to be in the bull market, right? So yeah, this is just the beginning, guys. Okay, this really is just the beginning, because we're right here right now, okay. And yeah, the next resistance could be at $36,000. Who know? Okay, who exactly really knows? But we will see. Okay, time will tell. Now, once we break out, guys, okay, we already know we hit bottom. And once we break out, guys, okay, once we have the next breakout, we're going to see Bitcoin 10 to pump. Okay, and of course, the next breakout is going to be in the year 2024, next year. Okay, that's just personally my opinion. And I really do believe, Bitcoin can easily reach over six figs, $100,000. It can go to 200K, 300K, maybe even potentially $400,000 and $500,000. Call me crazy, okay, but that is personally just my prediction here, guys, right? You guys have to understand, right? If I show you guys on Coin Market Cap, because this is a bit easier to show you guys, go to the all-time right here. You guys can clearly see back in 2020, right? Bitcoin was around $6,000, around $9,000, $10,000, $11,000. Then once the next, crypto bull market happened, Bitcoin shot up all the way up to $60,000. Okay, so I really do believe it's possible to see Bitcoin at 200K, 300K, even 400K, right, in the next crypto bull market. Okay, so once we have a breakout, once the halving event happens, we will potentially see that. Okay, so that's why, guys, I've been telling you guys to accumulate as much Bitcoin as you possibly can. But of course, this is not financial advice, so please always do your own research. But if you guys want to make money with Bitcoin and crypto, you better take action now, because everything is still down. You guys have to understand that, right? Everything is still down. Bitcoin is down. Even though it's been pumping, it's still at a decent low price, $30,000. And I've been telling us as many times, you know, if you buy Bitcoin under $100,000, I think that's cheap. Okay, so you guys understand Bitcoin at 30K is cheap, especially if you're investing for long term, right? Because we know where Bitcoin is going to be heading in the next decade and a fair few decades. You know, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, we know where Bitcoin is heading, right? It's going to be in the millions per Bitcoin. Okay, so imagine buying Bitcoin right now at 30K and it reaches 10 million per Bitcoin. Imagine that, right? So not just that, but look at other altcoins, right? Other altcoins right now, the prices are just dirt cheap. Okay, and this gives us time, exactly pretty much 1 year, to accumulate as much as we possibly can at a good price, at a decent price. Okay, and wait for the next bull market to happen, and that's when we will pretty much, you know, make our money, take profits if you want, right? And that's that. So I've been telling guys to buy and invest and to accumulate. We all should be at least dollar cost averaging right now, okay, in the crypto market, because everything is still low. We're still in a bear market. You guys don't understand that. So I think right now it's a great time to buy. We are still in the accumulation stage, guys, right? So yeah, Bitcoin is looking pretty good, right? This is the Bitcoin rainbow chart. I haven't showed you guys this for a while now, but you guys can clearly see that we have in fact been pumping. We are seeing Bitcoin touching this green area, and this green area is pretty much showing that we should be accumulating. You guys can clearly see that right there, right? In the green section in the rainbow. So, you know, I told you guys, we are still in the accumulation stage, guys. Okay, we should all be at least dollar cost averaging. Okay, so that is just personally my opinion. Now, the Fear and Greed Index is now currently at 61. This is slightly dropping. Just yesterday, we were actually at 65. Okay, and 2 days ago, we were actually at 68, which was pretty much its highest point, right, in a while. So the 11th of April, okay, the Fear and Greed Index was in fact at 68. It dropped down to 65, and now today's kind of at 61, right? You guys can clearly see that. But, you know, overall, for the past few weeks, we have in fact been in the greed mode, which is absolutely amazing to see. You know, this is obviously something different finally, okay, because we know what happened last year in 2022, okay, 2022. We were pretty much seeing, you know, fear mode and extreme fear at one point as well. I remember it was like all the way down at like 33, even at 30 at one point, all the way down here. So it was pretty bad times, but now we're all the way back up here. So that's great to see. So obviously right now we're in greed. Yesterday we were in fact in greed, like I said. Last week we were in greed, and last month we were in fact in greed. So that is amazing to see right there for the Fear and Greed Index. Okay, so everything's looking pretty good. We are in fact in greed mode. It feels like a lot more people are in fact, you know, being greedy. So that's that, guys. So it's looking pretty good so far for Bitcoin, and not just Bitcoin, but other altcoins in the market. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Let me know in the comments down below, do you guys think this Bitcoin rally will continue? Okay, do you guys think Bitcoin will continue to go back up to, you know, $31,000, $33,000, $35,000, $40,000, and potentially, you know, 50K, right, in the next upcoming months? And do you guys think, you know, this is the beginning of the next crypto bull market? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. But on that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.